Jean-Claude Tjitamunisa is a Windhoek-born, multifaceted creative whose work seamlessly blends art, architecture as well as storytelling. His first solo exhibition, Unseen, was a powerful abstract architectural exploration that garnered critical acclaim and was published in the Doek Literary Magazine's 3rd issue. This work was also longlisted for the 2021 Bank Windhoek Doek Literary Awards, a testament to its impact. He's also the design partner for the 2024 Doek Literary Festival, where his influence and expertise continue to shape Namibia's growing literary as well as artistic landscape. Jean-Claude now joins us this evening in studio for a discussion. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain.
Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to be back again.
As I mentioned earlier, your work merges sort of art with architectural elements. So what inspired you to sort of explore this intersection?
Well, so the first round I was here was to share about that work, Unseen, which was exhibited at the National Art Council in 2022, which is almost 2 years ago exactly, because I was here for that around the same time in August. But I'm here to talk about The Gift, which is also another body of work, but this one is not about architecture, it's more with people. So this one blends storytelling together with photography, basically, using photography as a form of visual art. So that's what I'm doing with this one, and this work was shot in 2021, at the end of 2021, to sort of talk about, after we came out of 2021, after COVID and all these things, death seemed to be all around us. So this work was sort of like a way of homage to paying a thank you to life and saying you should be grateful. So it's called titled The Gift. You should be grateful for being alive and having the gift of life, and you should do what, the best you can do with your life.
That's beautiful.
And then this work was then longlisted for the Doek Magazine's awards, then which won the award, and now the Doek Literary Awards is the 2nd edition of the festival. So as the winning artist, I'm exhibiting this work during the festival.
Isn't it a bit taboo to have an artist that dabbles in so many different genres of art?
Yeah, I think so, but I keep telling myself that I shouldn't limit myself to what I can do.
That's also true.
I do acting, I'm a model as well, I'm a photographer. So I do that's why I'm a multifaceted creative. Yeah, so it's a bit rare, but I think if you can strike a balance, it can be done really well. Yeah.
Talk to us about the creative process behind this body of work called The Gift, and the inspiration, of course, behind it. You mentioned how it is inspired from COVID and all the death that took place, and you look at life, but from a different lens. So talk to us about the creative process behind what you've put together.
Yeah, so basically I collaborated with 2 friends of mine. One is a model, he's from Congo, his name is Jojo, and a friend of mine who's also a psychologist, but he's also like into the arts and art scene, so to help me come up with this body of work. Like I said initially, was to like just talk about the appreciation of life, because death was everywhere and people are dying and whatnot. So this was like a seed back to me, just like, life essentially can go by really fast. Life can go in an instant. The best thing you can do is just take your life up as your own it, the best and the worst of it, and just like, and if you look at the images, he has this basket of flowers carrying them, so the flowers represent your life, and the basket represents your body, and he represents like all human beings. So it's like, take up your life as your own it, the good and the bad, and just like have pride in it and just do the best with what you can do. So that's what inspired this work.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so before you die, do the best out of it. And it's also like the flowers, give flowers
while you can smell them.
So that was actually what inspired the body of work.
Just very briefly, talk to us about the 2024 Doek Literary Festival, when it's going to be taking place, where people can have a look at you being, a part of the artists that are going to be a part of it, etc., etc., all the logistics. Okay, so the Doek Literary Festival is taking place from next week, Wednesday 21st to the 24th, which is Saturday, but the 21st to the 23rd is going to be the discussions. We're going to have international writers like Sukizwa Awena from Zambia. We're going to have Troy from Cameroon. So we're going to have different, in the first edition of the Doek Literary Festival, we're going to have international writers coming through to come talk about their work, to come share about their expertise in writing. So the first 3 days of the exhibition are going to be the discussions about writing. It's going to be the dialogue, and I'm also going to be on day 2 to talk about the work in depth. And then the last day, which is the 24th, is going to be workshops for people who signed up. So people who are interested in becoming writers can sign up for this workshop, and they're going to be taken through writing intense workshop for a whole day. So it's going to be a 4-day
Festival, basically,
Festival.
yes.
That's
And
fantastic.
the first 3 days are going to be celebration, talking, discussions, exhibition. Yeah, that's what's happening this year round.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you before we say goodbye, you've mentioned, of course, that you've got this new perspective on life. So what is, you know, the one thing that you can say, the most important thing that you've learned to see life as with this new perspective and new lens?
Wow. Yes, it's been a lot of soul searching. And like I said, the work speaks for itself, the gift. And I also wrote a piece around, if you come to the exhibition, you can see everything being put together well, like the whole story and the images and the pictures. My perspective out of this was just like, you live once, right? We hear this, you only live once, and life is too short to be looking at other people's baskets and like, what does this person have in that basket? What does this person have?
I love that.
Yeah, you should look at your own basket. It's like, what do I have? This is who I am. I can't change who I am.
What is the gift that I have to offer?
The gift that you have to offer, yes, exactly. So you have to find your own gift.
Yeah.
And like, what can I offer life that somebody else can offer? And
I
it doesn't need
love
to be
that.
this whole new thing you have to reinvent, because there's nothing new under the sun. So just like, take your life as it is, appreciate it, and just make the best out of it.
Jean-Claude, thank you so much for being here this evening, and all the best to the festival and the exhibition.
Thank you so much for having me, Nina.
On that note, we've also come to the end of